Universal Orlando, as we know it, is changing, and soon it's going to become pretty unrecognizable with all of the changes, the updates. The last time you visited is going to be totally different than your next trip. So, what's changing? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know, all of the major updates that will impact your next Universal Orlando vacation. You can see, look at all this construction already. Let's go. Of course, the update that you've been hearing about is the closure of Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit. Now, they are making really quick progress on removing Rip Ride Rockit. As you can see behind me, the firehouse is still standing. They're kind of leaving little hints, nods, tidbits of to what possibly the replacement attraction is going to be. But I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments what you think is going to replace Rip Ride Rockit. But no matter what comes here, that's going to totally change the dynamic of Universal Studios Florida, because people are going to want to come to this park now. Typically, Islands of Adventure is the park for thrills, adventure, roller coasters. Universal, not so much. You know, Rip Ride Rockit's gone. They added DreamWorks Land, which is great. They've added Minion Land, which is great. But there's not really those big draw attractions besides like Escape from Gringotts. So by adding this brand new coaster, it's going to change a lot with the wait times, and maybe you're going to want to buy a ticket to Universal Studios Florida now, not just Islands or not just Epic. So keep your eye out for what's going to replace Rip Ride Rockit. We're going to be talking a bit about how Epic Universe has totally changed the dynamic of Universal Orlando. From little things like the buses. So now at Surfside, well, at least the last 2 times that I've stayed at in the summer Surfside, they have been sharing a bus with Dockside ever since the opening of Epic Universe. So little things like that, but also bigger things like the holidays. How is Universal Christmas going to be this year? Are they going to have anything at Epic Universe? Because currently, Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure are really the holiday destinations, with Grinchmas over in Islands. Over here you have the parade, the tribute store. So what is it going to look like during the holidays? It's definitely going to be busy, that's for sure. I can't imagine Epic's going to be doing too much for Christmas, at least the first year, but you never know. And I'm standing right here because this used to be a Christmas store here in Universal Studios Florida, but no longer. For the foreseeable future, until this new ride is complete here, walking from Universal to Islands of Adventure, it's going to have some construction walls. So we are making the walk over from Universal to Islands right now, and as you can see, it's pretty much just a little small path compared to what it used to be with construction walls, because they are doing construction, of course, on Rip Ride Rockit and the new attraction that is replacing it. It's not a bad thing, it's just something that is gonna be here for quite a bit. It's not too bad, and you can see it stops right by the Hard Rock here. As I mentioned, since Epic Universe opened on May 22nd, 2025, Universal has changed a lot, right? And one thing people ask is, are the other parks just as crowded, or are they more crowded than before Epic Universe? Because a lot of people want to come to Universal now because Epic Universe is open. And honestly, looking at the statistics and the crowd levels, the parks definitely have experienced a slight increase in crowds, especially here at Islands of Adventure, because of course you have the Velocicoaster, you have the Hulk, you have Hagrid's, you have Jurassic Park. You have a lot that people want to enjoy and experience. So what people will do is they'll do an Epic Day and they'll do an Islands Day. So you can typically expect that these parks, Islands of Adventure and Universal, will be more busy on the weekends. And Epic Universe isn't that busy on the weekends actually, because, well, as of now, because the ticket prices are more on the weekends rather than the weekdays, so people want to visit during the week when it's cheaper. So that's why the crowd levels have been a little different. And here we go, this is what I've been waiting for. The Hulk right behind me, one of the iconic attractions you have to visit when you come here to Universal Orlando. I don't think this baby's going anywhere anytime soon, thankfully. Another thing that has changed since Epic Universe opened, and something that you need to look out for, are the ticket options. So the ticket options have honestly become a little more complicated now with the addition of Epic Universe. At least as of the recording of this video, your multi-day tickets are gonna include only one day at Epic Universe. There are no multi-day tickets available for Epic Universe at this time. So you'll only be able to purchase single day tickets, or with the multi-day tickets, that multi-day is for the other parks and not Epic Universe. So just be careful. Honestly, what I like to do is use a planner like the Park Prodigy. They'll help you plan out all of your tickets, hotels, makes it a lot easier for you at no extra cost. Plus you can save even more money by using the Krystal Palace 10 code at checkout. Now that we're over here in Islands of Adventure, let's talk about, oh, it's raining. Let's talk about some of the changes happening here. Well, I got wet on that one. A change coming to Universal that might look very different is that in 2026, Jurassic Park River Adventure will be closed for most of the year. From January to November, this attraction will be closed. So if you want to go on it before that, make sure to get your last rides. We don't know why it's going to be closed for so long. Usually it's down in the winter for just a few weeks or a month, but this 10-month refurbishment means that something's changing. Either they're going to be refreshing their animatronics, or they're going to be maybe retheming it to Jurassic World. It would fit because, of course, how many times is this going to come by while I'm trying to record this video? That was a big one. Because, of course, the area around us is very Jurassic World theme with the Velocicoaster now. So we don't know what exactly is going to happen to this ride, but it's going to be closing for most of 2026. I'm going to go before I get more wet. If one thing's for sure, on your Universal trip, you're gonna have to ride Velocicoaster no matter when you come, because it is actually insane. Well, I saved this for last because I want to take some time to enjoy the Lost Continent. If you haven't heard, Universal has announced that there might be some construction popping up around the Lost Continent because they are surveying the land and figuring out what they can do here and potentially change. So let's enjoy it and take a little tour, and we're even going to eat at Mythos. You can get henna tattoos. Look, they even have Halloween-themed ones. A little expensive, $35. They have psychic readings over here. I've never really even looked at the prices of these. Oh, someone's getting a psychic reading right now. 5 minutes is $25. They even sell sage. One thing I'm for sure going to miss if the Lost Continent goes away is the All Hallows Eve boutique. This is a year-round Halloween shop, and I just always love coming in here no matter what time of the year it is to get the Halloween vibes. Outside of the All Hallows Eve boutique, you have the Mystic Fountain, who will talk to you, chat with you. I hope he doesn't lose his job, and I hope that they can somehow incorporate him in the new land. Mr. Fountain.
Hello there. Oh, please, Mr. Fountain was my father. You can call me Will, or Willie, or Wet Willie, because I'm a fountain.
I like Wet Willie. That's a good one.
Oh, thank you. And what might I call you?
You can call me Krystal.
Hello, Krystal.
Hi.
That's one of my favorite types of balls.
Oh, mine too.
Krystal, everybody. she'll buy you dinner at Mythos if you hurry up and, like,
I don't know about that. Oh, I
join her table.
Always love chatting with the fountain.
She might notice that.
Behind the fountain, this used to be
by the way, after you finish standing in line to refill your freestyle fountain drink, you can.
Behind the fountain used to be the 8th Voyage of Sinbad show, but that's closed and it's been empty ever since. So, you know, there's not really a lot happening in the Lost Continent anymore. They have this kebab hut, which is very good. They have beef, chicken, or vegan meatball kebabs, Greek salads, and snacks like hummus. So something different, unique. I hope whatever happens to the Lost Continent, they'll have a really unique food option like this that is well themed to the land. Over this way is a seating area with some restrooms. I really just want to take videos of the Lost Continent just so I can always remember what this land looks like, you know, in case it looks totally different soon. I actually really like those restrooms too, but some more tables, a lot of places to sit here, which is nice. I always loved this shop. It's kind of been taken over by How to Train Your Dragon now, so let's see what's actually in here. Bunch of How to Train Your Dragon merchandise in this store now, which is good because How to Train Your Dragon is so popular. So yeah, I honestly haven't been in here in a minute, but it's all How to Train Your Dragon now. And they still have some of the original merch they had in here too. But these signs outside changed to How to Train Your Dragon. The second dining option here in the Lost Continent is Fire Eater's Grill. They actually have pretty good chicken tenders here, not gonna lie. So you could see what they got. They have gyros too, chicken fingers, chicken stingers, chili cheese dog, salads. They have hot chocolate, but it is still too hot to have that. Sometimes right out here, they'll have some characters like Poe and mainly King Julian. There's also a snack stand here that sells frozen slush, souvenir popcorn buckets, popcorn, fountain soda, and pretzels. And of course, Treasures of Poseidon gift shop, which does have some pretty unique merchandise in here. They have bracelets, skirts, just different, not so like universal branded merch. There's a lot of really cool jewelry, something just totally different, not like the other stores, which is what I like, honestly. I like the unique lands, the original concepts, and even just look at the detailing in here. This and Port of Entry are the last original concept lands in Islands of Adventure. So if this goes away and changes to an intellectual property, then it will only be the Port of Entry. That's the only Universal Creative original land left. And then, of course, we have Poseidon's Fury, which has been closed for 2 years now. No activity happening in this whole area for 2 years. Dueling Dragons was here. It closed. 8th Voyage of Sinbad was here. It closed. Poseidon's Fury was here. It closed. So what is next for the Lost Continent? Because right now, it's kind of just a walk through land. And it's sad to say, but it's honestly, it's the truth. There are no attractions here. There's no rides. So, what is Universal going to do with it? Let me know in the comments what you think. Probably the biggest draw of the Lost Continent right now is right across from me. This guy right here, Mythos Restaurant, one of the most popular at Universal Orlando, voted the best theme park restaurant multiple years in a row, and for good reason. It's awesome. The theming is awesome. What's going to happen to Mythos? We're not sure. It's something that you're going to have to keep your eye on, and you can on the Krystal Palace in the coming months and years. We're at Mythos. I actually just made a video from Mythos back in January, so if you want to check that out, you can on the Krystal Palace, but we got such a nice seat this time. Those chairs right there are so heavy and kind of uncomfortable, but I still love the vibes in here. It's such a cool restaurant. It's such a great place, good food, and I'll definitely miss it if it goes away, but it's not confirmed. Oh, they did get new menus. Look at this. I'm just looking around Mythos right now, and I'm like, there is no way they could retheme this place. Like, the detailing in the ceiling, I hope that they would just kind of leave it as it is and just make it fitting with any of what land it becomes. Okay, so I got the fork, knife, and spoon grilled cheese. I loved this. I had it. I haven't had it in so long though, and I wanted to get it again. It has tomato soup on the bottom, grilled cheese. I think it has some pork on top. Let's try it out. Fork, knife, and spoon to eat the soup. Great. Very good. Thank you. Cheesy and delicious. Well, Mythos, you were once again amazing. Such a good meal, a nice sit-down meal, and honestly, the prices of the entrees are very comparable to the prices of the entrees at sit-down restaurants nowadays, especially the ones at Epic Universe. Mine was $22, hamburger was $22, so it was like $50 for a nice sit-down meal with 2 sodas. Mythos is great. The theming in there is just next level. I highly recommend anyone going and making a reservation. Definitely make a reservation, especially if you're visiting during busy times of year, because it's very popular. But there's like stuff falling on me, so I'm gonna move. Would you look at that gorgeous sunset over Islands of Adventure? Wow. I don't want to leave Islands of Adventure tonight. It's such a beautiful night. Look at that sunset behind me. But we are gonna head back to our Universal Hotel. And a big change is that now there are actually 11 Universal Orlando resorts to choose from. I know, it's so many options, but I have resort tour videos of all of them on my channel. So if you want to check them out, you can. Different prices, different levels, different experiences for everyone. That's what I really like about the Universal resorts. There's value resorts, there are signature collection resorts, which are more high-end, more expensive, but there's truly something for everyone, and they all are great. I cannot say one thing bad about any of the hotels. All great options, so many perks staying on Universal property, but now there's 3 brand new ones. Terra Luna, Stella Nova, and Helios Grand Hotel all are on Epic Universe property, super close to Epic Universe. Stella Nova and Terra Luna, you can walk to Epic Universe, and Helios is literally right inside the park. So make sure you know that those 3 hotels are an option. Even if you're not visiting Epic Universe and you still want to stay at those hotels, they of course have bus transportation to the other 2 parks, and they're just really nice new hotels to stay at if you want to check it out. Another thing to keep your eye on within the year is what's going to happen to the Epic Universe Preview Center. I think for now it's pretty much here to stay because people aren't visiting Epic Universe until, like, some people are holding off until next year. I would advise you to go as soon as you can, but people still haven't visited, so they can get a taste of what it's like now in the store. I'll show you what's inside now, but eventually I bet you they're going to change it out. They still have Epic Universe opening merchandise in here, and honestly they don't even have all of the Epic merch in here, so I definitely do think that this store will be open for at least until the end of the year. And of course the model is still here where you can see what the park, and look how many people are in here looking at it and buying merch. So this store is not going anywhere anytime soon. Before we say goodbye, I have one more update, but I'm gonna have to send it over to you, KP, reporting live from Volcano Bay. Just scanned in, and look at that. No tapu given. Wow, that feels so weird. No tapu, okay. Another huge change for Volcano Bay is that next year, on October 26, 2026, Volcano Bay will be closed for the whole winter. It'll open again on March 24th, 2027. So that's a 5-month closure. Usually Volcano Bay is open during the winter months. It might close due to weather a few days a week, but that's a pretty big refurbishment. So maybe we could see some improvements. Although honestly, I think Volcano Bay is such a nice park. Like, there's really not much refurb that needs to be done, but you know, they might need to do some maintenance on the slides that are like required. So just keep that in mind if you're visiting in 2026 or early 2027. All right, well, that does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and you learned some things that you should be on the lookout for in the coming year here at Universal. What's changed? A lot. What's going to change? A lot. If you haven't visited in the last, honestly, year or 2 years, you're going to be shocked with how much is different, but it's all good things. Universal is doing such big things and you should be a part of it. If you enjoyed, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to Krystal Palace right down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.